All right, so you're going to submit a photo for your grid drawing, and I would suggest making it black and white, upping the contrast, and using your own original photo, something that you took rather than something you found online of a celebrity. So I'm going to go to the assignment and find photo for grid portrait in Google Classroom and click on the template portrait grid. And then within here, you're going to put a photo. Now I'm going to take one with my webcam. So I'm going to go down to the bottom left here and search camera. There I am. I look at the camera, and it's got to be head and shoulders, got to be pretty close. And I'm going to snap a picture. All right, so I've got my picture. It automatically saves, and I've got to insert it into here. So I'm going insert image, upload from computer. This is just one way to find your photo. Yours might be elsewhere. Mine is probably in pictures. Let's see it. Now this is way too wide, so I'm going to double click on it to get those cropping tools. And I'm going to zoom in a lot more. Now, if it were that it's wider than it is tall, then I can grab this and rotate it, but that's not the case for mine. Mine is a portrait orientation. Yours might be different. I'm going to grab it and put it up here in the top corner so it matches up with the grid. I'm also going to make this black and white. So that's under Format Options or Format. Well, you have to have the image selected in order to do that, because if you go elsewhere, some of those tools disappear. So click on your format options, recolor. I'm going to scroll down. There's one on the bottom right. Don't get it confused for this one, because that's not what you want. You don't want the negative. You just want zero saturation, black and white. Now this is, it's got some contrast. It could be better. Could have had a brighter light on myself. So I'm going to go adjustments, and I'm going to up the brightness and up the contrast. Oh, that's more like it. That's making the features pop better. So you may or may not mess with the brightness. You probably want to up the contrast. Don't go so much that it's just black and white. It does need some middle values in there. All right, so I need to make this bigger, so I'm going to click on it again. Don't grab these side corners, north, south, east, west. Don't grab those. You will distort your face. I'm going to hit, if you accidentally do something, hit undo. Only grab the corners to resize. So I'm going to resize this. Mine is like perfectly sized for the grid, but yours does not have to be. It might be a bit smaller or larger than the grid, but you'll only be drawing what's within the grid. So that's fine. It should take up most of the grid. Then I'm going to put this behind the grid, just arrange, order, send to back, and now I've got my grid on top. If you have a very dark photo, you can also consider selecting the grid itself, and you got to click on that blue edge in order to select it, and changing the border color to white. That's one more way to do it. I'm going to keep mine black because it's lighter than it is dark. All right, and then you're done. So I will be able to go in there and print it from a quality printer. You don't have to worry much about background. If you want to draw the background in there, great. It could be lovely, but I'm not going to draw this square and whatnot above my head. That's all.